Hello everyone, so let us take up the solutions for class 7 annual examination mathematics. Let us take up this first question now. So we have over here 35 plus, in brackets we have 16 plus 3. Now remember there is bar over here, so both of them become minus, so minus 20 minus 4, so this becomes 3 minus 24. Right, so 16 plus, now this is inside over here, 3 minus 24. So this is yes, so we have 35 plus 16 minus 21. 16 minus 21. Okay, so what we have over here is 35 minus 5, which is equal to 30. Okay, so the correct answer will be 30. Now 7 kg 9 grams is equal to 7.009 kg. 0.4% of 10,000 is, what does 0.4 mean? 0.4% of 1,000, okay, it means 4. It means 4, so that is why this will be the correct option. An article bought for rupees 120 is sold for rupees 105. The loss percent is, so you can check over here, question number 4. CP is 120, right? CP is equal to rupees 120. SP is equal to rupees 105. So obviously there is a loss because the selling price is less. So loss is equal to CP minus SP. So loss is rupees 15. But what you have to find out? The loss percent. Loss percent is loss by CP into 100, right? So this is 4, okay, 62 times, sorry, 4 times, 5 times 2, it is 25 by 2, which makes it 12.5%. The product of two mixed fraction is always greater than 1 because a mixed fraction is always greater than 1. So the product is always going to be greater than 1. Minus 3 by 2 to the power of minus 4 over here. What do we see? Question number 6. Remember, minus 3 by 2 to the power of minus 4. What it means is minus 2 by 3 to the power of 4. So since it is an even power, so this becomes 16 by 81. So this will be your correct option. The simple interest, the simple interest on rupees 5,000 for 1 year at 10% per annum. So what we are calculating? We are calculating SI. The formula for SI is principal into rate into time by 100, right? So you get simple interest is rupees 500. So correct option is this. Expression that should be added to minus 3x squared to get this. This means this goes in the front. Okay, because this is like your final thing. Alright. So this goes in the front. What it means is minus 4x square plus 5x minus, now you need to subtract from this, minus 3x plus 2x square. So when you open up the brackets, what do you get? See, this is like what should be added, if you put it up simply, what should be added to 2 to get 5. So if we have it this way, what do? We take 5 and then we subtract 2 from this. So same way we are taking this and we are subtracting this from it. So 4x square plus 5x minus becomes plus 3x minus 2x square. So what do you get over here? Minus 4x square minus 2x square. So this becomes minus 6x square plus 8x. So C will be your correct option. The complement of 22.5 degrees is, you know what complement means, 90. You subtract 22.5 from 90, and what is it that you get? 67.5 degrees. So the correct answer will be this. Two triangles are congruent. Between them, which of the following can be different? Area, same. Perimeter, same. Shape, same. Orientation can be different. What do we mean by orientation? That means they can be placed differently, but everything else remains the same. So this was this for the MCQs. Let us move on to the next set of questions, which are 2 mark and 3 mark questions. Let me change the color of the pen. Alright, so let us take this over here. We can pull this up a little bit ahead. This a little bit down. Okay, right. Find the fourth proportional to this question. Find the fourth proportional to 10 is to 15 is to 20 is to x. You know, product of means is equal to product of extremes. So 15 into 20 is 300. 10 into x will also be equal to 10x is equal to 300. X is equal to 300 by 10. That makes it 30. So the correct answer will be 30. An angle is 40 degrees less than its complement. Thrice its supplement. So let us say there are two angles. One is this angle and the other one is, because it's its supplement, so this will be the other angle, right? Now thrice this other angle will be this much, right? So when we are talking about thrice this angle, this is 40 less than thrice this angle. So that means if you subtract 3 into 180 minus x and you subtract x from this, this will give you the difference of 40 degrees, right? So what do we get over here? 540 minus 3x minus x is equal to 40. So we take the numbers to one side and what do we get over here? Minus 4x is equal to minus 5x. 500, right? 540, this is 40 plus minus 40, this is plus 40 over here, and this, when this moves, it becomes minus 540, so we get minus 500. So minus signs being cancelled on both sides, so this gives us x is equal to 125 degrees. So one angle, what are you supposed to find? Find the angles. So one angle is 125 degrees, this, and obviously the other angle will be 55 degrees, right? Because both of them must add up to 180 degrees. Now let us take up question number 3. 4/5 of a number is greater than 3/4 of the number by 4. So let the number be x first and foremost. Let the number be x. 4/5 of a number, 4x by 5, is greater than 3/4 of the number. Obviously this is greater by how much? 4 is equal to 4. That means the difference is 4. You take up the LCM, and what do you get over here? 16x minus 15x by 20 is equal to 4, right? So x is equal to 80. Got that? Now let us move on to the next question, which is question number 4. In a right angle triangle, two acute angles are in the ratio 2:3. Find the number. So one angle is 90 degrees, one angle is 2x, another angle is 3x is equal to 180 degrees. Right? Because the sum of three angles will be 180. That means 5x is equal to 90 degrees, right? So what this implies is x is equal to 18 degrees. So what does this become over here? So when x is 18 degrees, this angle becomes 36 degrees and this angle becomes 54 degrees. Okay. Now let us move on to question number 5. The area of a rectangular garden is 850 meters. Let me just shift it a little bit so that we can get some space. Area of the rectangular garden is 850 meters. So this is question number 5. Area is equal to how much? 850. 850 meters, square meters. Breadth is 17 meters. Find the length. Length is obviously area by breadth, right? So what do you get over here? Is equal to 50 meters. 17 5 times is 85. So length is 15 meters. Now you have to find out the perimeter as well, right? So perimeter is equal to what? Perimeter is equal to twice length plus breadth. Length is 7, breadth is 17, length is 50. So this is 67. 67. This is equal to 2 into 67 is equal to 134 meters. That will be your answer. Okay. Now let us move on to question number 6. What sum will yield 1125 as simple interest in 2 years at 9% per annum? So you have to find out the principal once again. So P is equal to SI 1125 SI into 100 by time into rate. Okay, so this is 50 times and 9 1125. When we cancel out, we get 125 times, right? So 125 into 50, that will give you rupees 6250. So that will be your answer. Okay, now let us take up questions, 3-mark questions. So let me shift this a little bit. Let us bring this over here. What is happening? Sorry. This seems to be jamming. What has happened over here? Yes. Okay, thank God. Alright, so we'll take that up. Sorry, this doesn't seem to do something. Okay, so using the laws of exponents, we will solve. Sorry for this technical fault. Okay, let us take a different colored pen over here now. I don't know what happened over here. Let me just erase this. Okay. So, sorry, 12 to the power, we are taking up question number 1 over here. 12 to the power 4 into 9 to the power 3 into 4 by 6 to the power 3 into 8 to the power 2 into 27. So let us first put them all into prime factors. So 12, you know, is 12 is what? 2 to the power 2 into, if we write 12 over here, it is equal to 2 to the power 2 into 3. So we will take that. So this is 2 to the power 2 into 4 becomes 2 to the power 8 into 3 to the power 4 into, now you know 9 is 3 to the power 2. So you multiply it with 3. So this becomes 3 to the power 6 into 2 to the power 2 by 6. 6 is what? If we put up 6, what do we get over here? 6 is equal to 2 into 3, right? So 6 to the power 3 means 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 3. 8 is what? 8 is equal to 2 to the power 3. So this becomes 2 to the power 3 to the power of 2. Now see, this becomes 2 to the power 6, because this is 8 to the power 2, right? So what it means is 2 to the power 2 multiplied by 2. Here the powers are multiplied, the same way I have been changing these powers, okay? And 27 is 3 to the power 3. Now let us take a look at all the 2 powers and all the 3 powers. So how many 2 powers over here? 8 and 2, 10. 2 to the power 10 by, into how many 3 powers? 3 to the power 10 by how many 2 powers over here? 2 to the power 9 into how many 3 powers over here? 3 to the power 6, right? So that is what we are left with over here. So you know, when it is in division, then the powers, they are subtracted. So what do we get over here is 2 to the power 1. 10 minus 9 is 1. 10 minus 6 is 4. 3 to the power 4. 3 to the power 4 is what? 81. So 2 into 81 is equal to 162. That will be your answer. Okay. So the answer here is 162. Alright. Now selling a fan for rupees 1620, a shopkeeper loses 10%. Okay, so let us check this question. So what they are saying over here is that a fan is sold and the shopkeeper loses. Can I reduce this a little bit? Okay, good. Okay, please don't jam on me. Second one. All right. So, अरे भाई क्या हो रहा है ये? Let us take this. Okay. So, on selling a fan for rupees 1620, shopkeeper loses. So what are we given over here? Selling price is given. Selling price is equal to rupees. Selling price is rupees 1620. Then we have loss percent is equal to 10%. We have to find the CP first and then we will find the gain. So CP, what is the formula for calculation of CP? CP is equal to 100 by 100 minus loss percent into SP. See, remembering the formula is very important because that is what helps you to do the calculations very quickly. Okay, so now 100 by 10. So what it means is 100 by 90. So this is 10 by 9 into 1620. Sorry, my pen is honking out on me. So what does this become? 9 how many times? 9 ones 9, 9 8 72. So the CP becomes rupees 1800. Now we have to find out for what amount should he sell it to gain 5%. Here we have to find out the SP, right? So what should be the SP in order to make a gain? So SP, how do we calculate SP? SP is equal to give me the formula of SP. What is SP? SP is equal to 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP, right? So what does this become? This becomes 100. It needs to make 5%. So this is equal to 105 by 100 into CP, which is 1800. So we cancel out all the zeros and the answer that we get is rupees 1890. When we multiply 105 with 18, 100 into 18, 1800, 18 into 5, 90, 1890. That is the SP at which he should sell it in order to gain 5%. Alright, let us take up question number 3. A train is 140 meters long and is running at 60 kilometers per hour. How much time it will pass a tunnel 260 meters long? So see, the distance here is given in, if I can shift a little bit. The distance here is given in meters and the speed is given in kilometers. So what we do first and foremost is we take the speed and we change it into meters per second. So you know how do we change it into meters per second? So speed is equal to 60 into 5 by 18, right? 5 by 18. 6 3s are 6 10s are, so this is 50 by 3 meters per second is speed, 50 by 3 meters per second. But we have to find out the time, right? So to find out the time, what we have to do is, the formula for time is what? Time is equal to distance by speed. Time is equal to distance by speed. So distance is how much? 140 kilometers per divided by 260 kilometers. 140 plus 260, that makes it 400 meters, right? So 400 meters divided by 50 by 3, so that makes it 50. This 3 goes up, so you get 8, and the time is 24 seconds, right? So it will take 24 seconds to cross the tunnel, which is 260 meters long. All right, now let us take up this next question, where the father divides 80,000 rupees amongst his 2 sons Mohan and Rakesh and daughter Jaya. So if we take up question number, let me take up a different colored pen, otherwise it is all looking confusing. So let us take up this question. What happened? I don't know what is happening to this. Okay, this is also playing games with me. So shall we zoom it in a little bit? Let us do it this way so that we are able to see this. So the father divides 80,000 rupees amongst his 2 sons and his daughter. So Mohan, Rakesh, what is their share going to be like? Where is the cursor? I seem to lose the cursor. Mohan, Rakesh and Jaya, right? So what are their shares going to be like? Mohan gets 2x, Rakesh gets 3x and Jaya gets 5x. So 2x plus 3x plus 5x is equal to 80,000, right? So 80,000, so this means 10x is equal to 80,000, x is equal to 8,000. So you simply multiply. So this becomes rupees 16,000. This becomes rupees 24,000, and this becomes rupees 40,000. Wait a minute. Undo. So this becomes 40,000. 1000. So this will be their shares. Now PQR is a triangle in which angle PQ, oh sorry, this is, I wrote it incorrectly. PQR is a triangle in which PQR is 60 degrees. Alright, sorry. This will be Q, this will be R. PQR. PQR is 60 degrees. This is 60 degrees. This is Y, this is X, this is Y. Now this is 3X. We know with properties of triangles that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of opposite two interior angles, right? So we have X plus X plus Y is equal to 3X, right? So that means Y is equal to 2X. Okay. So we X plus 2X plus 60. So what do we get over here? Let me write it on this side. Question number 5. So X plus 2X plus 60 is equal to 180. So that means 3X is equal to 120. So that means X is equal to 40 degrees. So if X is 40 degrees, why this becomes 40 degrees? So this becomes 80 degrees, and this angle, this becomes 120 degrees. So now we have calculated all of them. Okay, now let us move on to this question number 6. So is it okay to move it? Again, this is showing some type of a problem. Oh, let me solve this over here. Alright, so two poles stand on the ground with their feet 24 meters apart. So let us say this is one pole, this is another pole, and the distance between them is, now I'm considering this is a little bit tedha, but you please think that this is a straight line, okay? I don't know what is going wrong with my pen. I am unable to get the task done. It's giving me some problems. So that is why it is taking a little bit long, but then I don't know. Okay, sorry for the delay, the technical problems. I don't know what is going wrong with this over here. Let it be. So there are two poles over here. I'll try to make them as straight as possible. The distance between them is, get up a little bit so that the distance between them, let us say these are the two poles. Sorry for making it. The distance between them is 24 feet. That is how far they are from each other. This is 12 meters high and this is 19 meters high, right? So remember that this is also 24 feet because that is the difference between them. This is 7, no sorry, not meters, sorry, they are meters, not feet, meters high. So you have to calculate the distance between their tips. So if this is their tip, this is one tip and this is the other tip, you have to calculate. So now do you see a right angle triangle over here, and this is the hypotenuse. So 24 square plus 7 square will give you the distance between the two, right? So 24 square is what? 576 plus 7 square is what? 49, and together it makes up 625, and we know 625 is the square of 25. So the distance between these two poles, or rather the tips of these two poles, is 25 meters, right? All right, so now let us move on to the next part, which is the B segment. Now in this one, I don't remember, did I put up? There was one question over here where there was a parallelogram, and in this parallelogram, so I've somehow missed out on this question, so I'll draw the parallelogram for you and we can check that out. Okay, so shall we just squeeze it a bit? I think I drew it somewhere. Yes, here it is, this parallelogram. So this figure is given over here, and you are asked to find the values of x, y and z. Now you see, in a parallelogram, these two lines are parallel to each other. Let us say this is, I don't remember what their names were. So this line is parallel to this line, and these two will serve as the transversal, or these two lines are the parallel lines and these two will serve as the transversals. So over here you can see that 105 and x, they are co-interiors. So by that logic, we find out that x will be equal to 75 degrees because it is co-interior with 105 degrees. Okay. Now, if you look x and z over here, z is also 75 degrees because it is, z is 75, why? Because it is alternate with x, and we know that alternating angles between parallel lines, they are the same. Now with the same logic, y is also equal to 75 degrees because y and z, they are corresponding with each other, right? So we find out the values of x, y and z. And now let us move on to the next questions. A room measures 12 meters by 9 meters. The floor of the room is to be covered by marble tiles measuring this much. So what we do now is, where is that? Okay, so what we have over here is question number 2. So the room, let us change all of them. Now see, this is in centimeters and this is in meters. So let us change all of them into centimeters. So this becomes 1200 into 900. That will be the measure of the room. So how many tiles are we talking about? So for the measure of the tiles is 45 by 30. 30 times, and 15 2 times and 3 times, and this goes to 400. So we are talking about 800 tiles in all. So 800 tiles will be needed, but we have to find out the cost. So cost will be equal to 800 into 106. Remember, cost of each tile is 106 rupees. So when you multiply them with 800 into 106, you get, I did the calculation earlier, and you get rupees 84800. That will be the cost of tiling. Okay. construct an isosceles triangle. Constructions you have been taught, so you should be able to do the constructions. Now let us take up question number 5, bit number 1. Okay, so bit number 1 over here. A garrison of 200 soldiers has provision for 30 days, right? So soldiers, men and days, right? So it has, for 200 soldiers, it has food for 30 days, but a reinforcement of 100 soldiers arrived. That means now the number has become 300, and we have to find out how many days is it going to take. So if you remember the arrow method, the arrow always points towards x. Now if the number of men has increased, if this is increasing, will the number of days also increase for the ration, or will it decrease? We understand that it will decrease, because more men means the food will last for lesser days. So this means this is reverse variable or inverse variation. So using this arrow method, we can very easily find out x is equal to x by 30 will be equal to 200 by 300. This will be 200 into 30 by 2 x by 300. Right? So you get this over here, and it will last 20 days. So that will be your answer. Triangle ABC. Now let us look at this next figure. Triangle ABC and triangle ACP are right angle triangles. ABC and ACP, this is P. Right angle triangles with this is equal to 90 degrees, this is equal to that. Now if you look at this, is what you are supposed to find out. If you look, this makes again a right angle triangle. So we will use the Pythagoras theorem over here. So AC square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So AC square is 25. So this implies AC is equal to 5 centimeters, right? Now in the given figure, AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to CB. Prove that this triangle and this triangle, they are congruent with each other. Now we have to see the rule. Over here we can see in this triangle, one angle is congruent and the adjoining sides are also equal. So over here what do we see? AB is equal to DC, right? Then AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC and angle A is equal to angle C, right? So side angle side. So we can say that triangle ABC sorry, triangle ABD and triangle CDB, they are sorry, congruent to each other. By which congruency rule? SAS, side, angle, side. SAS congruency rule, they have been proved to be congruent. Now let us come to the last question, last bit of question over here. Yes, the perimeter of a square plot of land is 144. Find its area. Now remember, perimeter is equal to 4 into side. So how do we find the side? For side, what we do is we divide 144 by 4. I'm so sorry, my pen is giving me some problem. So 144 divided by 4, right? So what do we get as the sign? 144 divided by 4 is how much? What do you get over here? 36, right? Is equal to 36 meters. So the side is 36 meters. So what do we get next? Area. Area is equal to 36 into 36 is equal to, now what do we get when we multiply 36 with 36? We get 1296 square meters. That is the area of the square plot. Now let us come to this figure. In the given figure, AB is parallel to CD and CDM is, this is 150 degrees, this is 64 degrees, this is X, and we have to find out the value of X. Now, what do we do over here? We draw a line and we can, sorry, my line is very much teda meda, but just for the sake of it, let me try to draw a straight line. It's difficult. Okay, let us think this is parallel line. Now, what we have over here, we are splitting this 64 into two parts. So out of these two parts, which one will be this part? That is angle. Let us call this as NMD, right? This angle. So if this is 150 degrees, this becomes 30 degrees. And because this total angle is 64 degrees, this part becomes 34 degrees, right? This part becomes 34 degrees. Now, when this part becomes 34 degrees, remember that these two lines are also parallel. So what we have constructed is, we have constructed NM parallel to AB or NM parallel to CD, whichever way you want to say it. Now, when you consider them to be parallel, this BM becomes the transversal. BM becomes the transversal. So, this means X and 34, they become co-interiors. Okay. So, what will be the value of X? X will be, you know, the sum of co-interiors is 180 degrees. So, 180 minus 34. So, this will come to 146 degrees. So that will be the value of X over here. Okay, now we come to the very last question. State the conditions under which this triangle is congruent to these two. Over here, what do we see? First and foremost, right angle. Right angle and hypotenuse we can see, and the side we can see. So here it will be RHS congruency rule. But you have to give reasons. You have to say angle C is equal to angle E, which is right angle. You have to say angle side AB is equal to side DF, which is the hypotenuse, and side AC is equal to side DE, as they are one of the sides in side S. So that is why they will be congruent with RHS congruency rule. Now let us look over here. Now we see one angle, angle B and angle E are congruent to each other. They are the same. Now one of the sides AB, which is near angle E, is equal to side ED. So AB is equal to ED. My pen is giving me problems, so I'm trying not to write too much. So AB is equal to ED, and also BC is equal to EF, right? Sorry, I won't write anymore. This is giving me a lot of trouble. So EF, okay. So now, and the included angle, you see, between these two sides that are equal, the included angle is also same. So which congruency rule do we get? SAS congruency rule. According to SAS congruency rule, these angles will be considered as congruent. So thank you so much for watching these solutions. I'm sorry my pen was giving a lot of problem over here, but I hope that you got the solutions right. Thank you.